I lied. I came back. I'm too stubborn to give up here. Hopefully, everything's working. We appear to be in functioning order once again. Like this, or I can figure out what's going on in the meantime. So, that being said, let's keep going. I mean, this is great. Where were we? Painting ourselves and this guy's power sword. Hope that was an exciting experience for everybody. Believe me, I enjoyed spamming everybody foolish enough to follow me with emails. It's a lot of fun. Not obnoxious at all. Believe me, I get a lot of emails every time I do that too. It's a good time. Our way around here. Get more corn red on my palette so I can keep on going. And we're going to go back over and we're going to do another coat on all of these wristbands of the corn red. Then I need to go back and... you know what? I'm just going to do the black last because it seems to be the easiest to chip off of a lot of the contact points that I'm touching on the model, unfortunately. I should have done the black last, but, you know. That's what I get. I try to be ambitious. Try to get ahead of the game. Always clean the tip. Here we go, right back into it. Make sure there's no paint on your fingers. Ho ho. I'm gonna pay for that. Okay. It's always faster the second time around. I hope our frame rate has improved. See, it is telling me that I am dropping 0 frames right now, but I'm sure it is constantly changing the quality of the image. So hopefully whatever it is I'm doing for you guys right now still looks okay. Whew. Trying to get the edges of some of these things is really stressing me out. If I didn't have years of experience, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. 2 more to go. And the last one. All right. And go back and do just a little bit of cleanup on that. This painting method is all about being as clean as possible. So the secret to really painting this well, I mean, people have been doing it for a really, really long time, longer than me, with steadier hands, and finer eyes are more capable of just getting everything perfect on their first couple of passes through. They don't have to go back and do any cleanup work. Maybe they're just familiar with the model, or everything I'd already said. But there's nothing stopping you from going back and just cleaning up what you did before. And that's like the best way to make this easier on yourself. Don't, you could take like 20 minutes painting one single super small edge, or you could just do it in 3 minutes and then go back and clean it up really quickly with the previous color and half the time. And you're ready to move on to the next thing. That's why using something like a wet palette is so important. Having all the different colors and everything immediately available to you to clean up what you just did or just made a mistake on makes this a lot smoother and a lot more achievable. Very easy. I'll always say, how do you paint the super small details? How do you do that kind of stuff? I really don't. Like, I don't need a magnifying glass. I just kind of eyeball it and just clean up whatever is a mess at the end. Very easy. Would I paint an entire army like this? No. I'm crazy, but not that crazy. This is a painting technique I usually reserve only for characters, big important named things, stuff that I know is going to hang out for a while on the board. Might consider doing something like that for like a Sister of Battle army, but that's I've done quite a few. All of my Sister of Battle models that I've painted so far, I have done in some form of heavy metal studio style or other. But that is very much like a distant goal. I will probably never field a full painted Sister of Battle army. And especially not for something like the Imperial Guard, but it is probably way more reasonable to do with something like Custodians. You definitely get away with the Custodians. Possibly even Imperial Knights too, even though they're kind of big, but you only got to paint a couple of them. So you don't have to make 300 models look really good. You just have to make 10 of them look really good. I'm just done cleaning up our base coats. All right. We have our the base for our burgundy red color down. Good job. We have our blacks. We have our green, our khaki. We could probably touch the blacks back up again really quick. I think I'm finally getting to a point where all that's left to paint for our base coats are the metallics, which I think I'm going to... I think I'll put I'm going to get the golds, some of the golds down for now. we can at least start on the golds and see where the rest of the night takes us. Did have some technical difficulties earlier, unfortunately. They did cost me a little bit of painting time and some frustration, but it comes with the streaming, I suppose. All things in due time. Need to take a sip and check me notes. We can get right back to it. But if you're there, if you've come back, talk to me. Say something. Let me know you're there. Please. I'm so lonely. Check and make sure that I do. Alright. We're going to do our gold details now. This is going to be a 3-to-1 mix of Retributor armor with Stormhost silver. Let me find these bad boys. There's my Retributor and my Stormhost. We'll give them a nice good mix on the Vortex Mixer. Woo! Okay. It's not that traumatic, but I am. Alright, this is Stormhost. This is a 3-to-1 mix. I'm just going to put 3 little dots of the Retributor armor on the palette, and then 1 little dot of Stormhost silver, and mix it all together. Let's clean the tip. Put it away. Get our handy dandy little mixing stick here. Give it a good toss. Alright, I think we're mixed up pretty good. Clean off the stick. It's a good stick. And we can get, we have a lot of very small details that are going to be getting our gold. I totally forgot the gun casing. It's alright. Those next time. Get out the Kalinsky Sable again. We are going to go to town on this. I do love me some gold. Start with the chest. right, and this, like every other paint that we ever do, is going to ask multiple thin coats of us. Nope, that's not good. Okay, so that's our first base coat of the gold on some of those details there. The camera really does not want to focus. It's fighting the entire time. Okay, I'm strong. I'll win. Wants to focus on my fingers all the time. Very aggravating. Went over a little bit, but that's okay. We can just clean it back up with green. Look at that, like it never happened. I have to start getting a pedicure or something. Try to paint very carefully on the inside of the trim here. This is usually magnifying lens territory. But tonight we are going in raw. It's going pretty good. Having questionable time with maintaining bitrate, but you know, hey, it's just another day in streaming. But I am. We're building a Cadian Castellan. Well, maybe not building it, but we are painting a Cadian Castellan from Warhammer 40,000. Thank you for joining. This one in particular, I am doing in the heavy metal studio style of painting, which is known for its attention to detail and multiple layers of color and consistent highlighting across the entire model that is meant to accentuate every little detail. We've only just begun, for the most part. So right now, I'm base coating everything. It's the first layer of paint that goes down before all the extra stuff starts getting done to it after the fact. The more careful you are, the less cleanup work you have to do later. I apologize if I do not respond the quickest. This is very careful work. It demands attention. I do still check the chat pretty often, though. I could be doing this alone, off stream, and just doing whatever I want. But I do like the idea of people coming in and saying hello and talking about it, or the game, or God knows what. How was your day? Painfully so at times, but you know what? In the end, when it's all said and done, there's nothing quite like it. I find it to be quite therapeutic. I do enjoy painting the models almost as much as I like playing the actual game. I have to get on the inside of the leaves there in just a second. Just trying not to let the paint dry onto the tip of my brush. All right, that sounds like a good time. Who doesn't love a good bit of bed rotting? Hey, I'm thankful that you've decided to join me in your period of bed rotting. Might end up getting just a little bit of gold on the green that I painted previously, but that's okay. I do still have the paint on my wet palette. I can just come back and clean it up. Just do one quick little secondary coat on this while we're still here. I like the way that this mix for the gold is so much brighter and shinier right out the gate. I want to make sure that we are maintaining thin coats of this gold while we paint it too, as the metallic flakes that make up this paint will pile onto each other very fast and you will lose the detail. Right. Oh, welcome back. The green and gold is a really good color combination. It's one of my favorites. I do like a lot. I've painted many of these guys already, and this is my favorite part. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just a cool color combo, That's what it is. But I'm glad that you didn't abandon me. I didn't give up. Why did you? It's a little sus. Are you really here for me? Or are you just here for my sick painting skills? I see how it is. Should be good and dry now, so we're just going to run back over this again. Once more. With passion. See, now that we got that second color, that second coat going of this gold, it's looking less like a pallid silver and more like a nice full gold color. Very exciting. I heard a sound. Thank you for the follow, and you would be incredibly surprised. I don't have the motor skills to paint stuff this small. I'm only here on blind luck and passion. This is most things in my life. Do not get it wrong. Do not get the false idea that I am not shaking constantly. I am indeed constantly shaking. I'm only just capable of controlling. There's techniques and stuff that you can do that'll really slow your hands down and help you better control everything that you're working on. So anyone's capable of doing it. Just the real question is you have the patience for it? Or the desire in the first place? When I go and I play in my tournaments and my games with these models, I like them to look really, really good. And one day, I'm sure they'll be worth, well, they're already worth money, but if I wanted to get rid of them, having them painted very well makes that significantly easier to do. Yep, it's the Green Ranger. Did he have gold? Yeah, he did, didn't he? Get a little bit of filigree in the center. Our gold is looking very, very good right now. It is a little hard to see all of the detail that is there in the gold. There's a lot of recesses going on these parts. Once the gold is done, and we do actually get around to doing our recess shading on these, I will be recess shading it with Burgundy fur, which is a nice like really rich brown color. That's going to go into those recesses, really make everything pop out. When we start highlighting all the golds with the rest of the gold colors, we get progressively closer and closer to our silver highlight color at the end. Everything starts popping out. Everything becomes so clearly visible. It just looks so good. It looks so good. Okay. We've done one base coat of the gold on most of this stuff. I feel like I'm missing a good spot or two. I am. Here we go. Power Fist. But first, so dramatic. Chill. sure that we get all of these sides. No, please. Hey, if they want to, why not? That'd be so twisted. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I think the only gold we get on that is just the Aquila. Go back to your home. I do have some other gold parts. We'll just do those two while we're here. Even though we'll probably paint over them later. I do need to come back and paint the base coat for the gun casings. I totally forgot about that. Might not even bother too much with the gold on my guns yet. So tiny. You know what? I think it has... Oh my god. That's yellow. It's got yellow trim on the inside of the gloves. Ugh. A lot of detail. What have I got myself into? And check for any more gold details on anybody. Make sure our brush is nice and clean. Hey, that was a nice rock. Okay, you painted a really good rock today. I'm really proud of you. You have to consider some of us didn't even bother painting rocks to begin with. You miss 100% of the rocks you don't throw. is the second coat of the gold. The Retributor armor, P.2 mixed with Stormhost silver. This is probably the last coat of this I will have to do. We've got some pretty good coverage on this so far. On focus, Jesus. It's pitiful. I haven't been able to win at all today. Come on. Please. Not my finger. Alright, whatever. We'll do another base cut on the chest. Touch up and clean up the green very quickly while I'm here. All right. We're looking okay for the most part. I think there's a small area in here I'm not really reaching. Right. Go over these shoulders again. Do our trim. Notice I'm using the edge of the brush here and still painting over the green. But you know, you can be real careful with it and totally not have that happen, and you can just hit the raised surface that you're aiming for. We'll clean it up again. All right, the other shoulder. And I do have this guy magnetized. I think I mentioned that. We'll bump the power fist one more time real quick with the gold. And then I'll stick parts of them together and we can kind of get an idea of what it is we're looking at here. Sure, our brush is nice and clean. I'm constantly cleaning these brushes as I use them. That's how I managed to make them last so long. So, put that down right there. Our torso. Grab our power fist into place. Give him the plasma gun, why not? Remember what shoulder goes on which arm. Okay, the fancy one goes on that one, so we'll put that over here. The fancy shoulder on the other side. And he's about a head short. But we're looking all right so far. I'll see if I can actually stick the head on it. Why not? Drop a little bit of the blue tack in there. Check him out, eh? So again, so far, this is just the base coats of the model. Once we get through with these base coats, then we'll be going into doing all of our shading. There will be many layers of shading. We will have deep shading, shallow shading, and all different kinds. You're going to see. It's going to be great. We're going to have so much fun. Then we will go back into highlighting. There's a lot of highlighting steps that go into it, but you'll see as it starts to get closer to the end, you're going to wonder what every single step it is that I'm doing because it seems so insignificant. But by the time we're finished, all will be revealed. So, that being said, thank you for staying with me, even though I had some difficulties tonight. I went a little bit longer just to make sure that I wasn't having to cut it too short. So I will have to review and see what the image quality look like. Maybe we'll keep it like this just to keep things from happening in the future, or I need to figure out what's going on with my bandwidth and my network here. I'm having a problem. The difficult part of this should be painting the models, not getting the actual stream going, but here we are. So that being said, thank you for joining me here tonight on the Crimson Bench. I hope you had as good a time as I did. Look for me again in the future next week, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if I'm feeling particularly motivated, then I'll be doing streams Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My weekends have been pretty busy lately, so I haven't really been able to do that a whole lot lately. But we do have a new edition right around the corner, and I do like playing the game. And a new edition sounds fun to me, so I might get my table set up, ready to go to actually play the game again. God forbid. And we'll see what happens. So you do not have to go home, but you can't stay here. Thanks. Thanks for coming. Join me again. Love you. Mean it. Bye-bye.